I'm Shruti, parent mentor, and I'm back again with some tips and tricks about parenting. So today's topic is a bit interesting as we will be talking about how effectively we can plan for our children's summer vacations, wherein they can get themselves indulged in academic activities, cultural activities, sports, cognitive skill developments, and many more. So many parents have questions and they struggle to think that how can we plan a vacation in such a way wherein our children can relax themselves also, put some time into academics as well as spend some leisure time with them. So here we'll be talking about three different age groups. The first one will be from 3 to 5 years, then 6 to 8 years, and then 9 to 12 years. I hope you all have many questions and I can answer to those questions as well. So let's start here with the age group of 3 to 5 years. So first we'll talk about the socioeconomic skills. Plan play dates with other children where your children can learn and share and play cooperatively while understanding the concept of friendship and empathy. This is the age where children tend to make bonds with their peer groups or their age groups, and they are more into observant nature. So the more they see, the more they observe, the more they learn. So one is they indulge them in socioeconomic activities. Second can be cognitive activities, solving simple puzzles, matching games, sorting skills. Yeah, so there are different ways. You can use sorting schemes and you can make different shapes and give them to identify the things or fruits or anything in the house that is relatable to the shape. Right, so this will help them in boosting their concentration. It will help them in improving their memory skills and also problem solving skills. Then coming down to fine motor activities. Encourage the children to start doing activities that are related to craft, paintings and coloring. Playing with Play-Doh and threading beads, like stringing beads in a thread, is a very good activity to develop fine motor activities. There are various other things also that can be done, as in you can uh, take small different toys of different categories, maybe some number blocks, some alphabets, or some tiny balls. So you can keep it in a box and ask your children to segregate those things in different categories, right? And then we can talk about academics. At this age, children are not so competent enough to read by themselves. Some kids are effective learners, some are slow learners. So, and we should never reflect the flaws in children, because if they realize that we are telling them that they are not capable of doing something, they tend to imbibe it in themselves and they stop their growth, their personal growth. So what parents can do is in this vacations, you can take out some particular set of books and you can read them aloud to your children every day. Introduce some fun educational games and applications to your children that will comprise of mathematic concepts, phonics, vocabulary. Now, this is all we've talked about: cognitive skills, fine motor skills, academics, socioeconomic activities. Now, coming down to extra co curricular activities. Now, some parents may say that these are the activities that they're doing in school, also. What next? So, there are many people who organize summer camps, are there. Even schools nowadays are organizing summer camps for children. So whether it's any activity, your child likes going more into sports, you can indulge them in some sports activity. If they like, music, playing some instrumental music, you can make them join those classes in this vacation. And always incorporate free play in your child's timetable or routine, because this is the age where the child grows very positively and adapts to things that we want them to learn. So I hope these points are beneficial for parents with children of ages 3 to 5 years. And now I'll be telling you some points that we can use for the age, yeah, a group of 6 to 9 years. So 6 to 9 years are mid-schoolers, wherein children from the grade of class 1 till class 5th fall, right? So by this age, they are able to learn and read by themselves. They are able to identify colors, numbers, learn tables, and many more things. They are even independent of doing some activities, like you can indulge them. If we talk about this first one is socioeconomic skills. Introduce an allowance for doing chores to teach them about money. Encourage them group activities and team sports. You can play small role play games with them, like you're going to a supermarket. You have a list of inventories that you have to buy, so you can always keep your child on the foot front and ask them to place an order at the grocery store, or you're going to eat at a restaurant, so you can ask your children to order something to drink for themselves, or some salad or some snacks, because these things are very friendly and they are easily known to children of this age. So it will help them to develop socioeconomic skills. Second would be cognitive abilities. Introduce complex puzzles, games which require strategies and activities like building kits. Nowadays, do yourself kits are available in the market, and there are so many different activities that children can read and perform by themselves. Obviously, parents' guidance is always there. You should never let your child do anything which is new to them individually. You should help them to understand the rules of that particular game, or the directions of what are to be followed if they are doing activities on an DIY kit. This also will encourage your personal bond with your children, because they will feel that you are also inclined in their activities. Then is fine motor activities. Crafts that require detail, learning to play musical instrument, cooking simple recipes like making lemon soda, making rainbow sandwich, preparing bread jam. I'm not saying to allow them to cook on the gas stove, because that is risky. We can indulge them in cooking activities which is free-handedly done. There is no need of sharp equipments. They don't need to. You can always cut chop things like vegetables and fruits if they want to make a salad. Just give them a tray of things assembled in front of them and ask them to do the activities with your instructions. Or if they like to do some experiments with food, they can do that as well. If we talk about academics, now you'll say that 6 to 9 years of age of children are already so burdened with studies in school. Now, why are we talking about academics? So, here I would say that academics is also having a very crucial role in a child's life, because vacations are a period if the child loses touch with the academics. So, when they get back to school, it becomes difficult, because 1 month, I think maximum schools, they have holidays of 30 to 45 days. So 30 to 45 days of gap wherein the child will have no touch with the academic session. They might tend to forget, and when they rejoin the school, when the school reopens, it becomes a bit difficult. So little bit of academics is always there in the activities, and you should not. It is not necessary that it has to be very boring or like normal like study routine. You can always encourage them to read independently, or you can sit with them. You can play quiz games, and there are many educational games also. If we talk about education related to yoga poses, right? So there are plank cards wherein you can use, and it's a 2 to 3 players game. So there are various activities. They can also, if we talk about, like we talked about DIY kits for developing fine motor activities. For academics also, there are various DIY activities in the field of physics, chemistry, like the STEM learning system is there. So they have various DIY kits that you can use with your children. Extra co-curricular activities. By this time of age, children are able to identify their interests a little bit if we talk about sports, cultural activities, and many more. So you can always make your children join such activity classes during the summer vacation, which will enhance their physical activity as well, and also open their mind to think something new and creative. So this was for the age group of 6 to 9. So talking about 10 to 12 years of age, this age group is of their early teens, because after 12 they'll be 13, which is a teenage, right? So they have various hormonal changes, they may have mood swings, they might be more independent, demanding for independency. They would not be liking your interaction all the time, or they would say that please give us some me time. So parents, please do not get angry or harsh with your kids during the summer vacations, because during their school time they are busy with their schedule of extra classes, school, and various other activities. And when it comes to vacations, they have many questions and they have many experiences they want to cultivate during this time. So give them a free hand, but under your observation. So the first point that I'll talk about here is socioeconomic skills. We should involve the children of this particular age in some social service projects. We can take them to blind schools. We can organize community lunch or any community service wherein they get to meet more people around them. They get to understand the feeling of empathy when they talk to new people, when they interact with new people, because the more they interact, the more they learn, right? Then is cognitive abilities. Encourage board games like require strategic thinking like chess. There are many games like Zenga is there, Rubik's is there, and then you have Brain Vita. So there are various games wherein thinking is required, and it really enhances the positive side of the child, because they are putting their mind in something that is a bit different for them, right? And nowadays we have even coding classes is a bit trend, so you can try hands on that as well. Fine motor activities, engage them in activities that require precision and control, like model building, sewing, complex origami. So these activities are like, if for origami, we need to make different shapes. You need to cut them into smaller and bigger pieces. If we talk about model building, they can make use of Lego games, and they can make more things. Even in STEM learning, they have various projects that children can take up during the summer vacation and make various things. They can make robots out of that, they can make solar system telescopes out of that. So there are various activities that you can take out from the market. You can go to the market and see it's easily available. Either you get it from the stores or you can use to buy it from Amazon. Then is academics. Encourage independent reading of variety of genres. Apart from academic books, encourage your children to go for novels, to read something new, something of their interest. If they have interest in sports, so you can engage them in reading of some sports magazine. You can take them to sports academies. There are museums as well, so which will inbuild interest in the child, and it will also give answers to various curiosities that they will have their mind regarding to a particular sport. And if they are interested in history, you can take them to the history museum. If they are interested in air force or any ranking activity, you can take them to the air force museums. There are other various museums as well. There are science experimenting museums and exhibits where you can take your children. So according to the interest, apart from reading, this will also encourage them to take up more activities and study with more interest when they get back to school. Then is extra co-curricular activities. By this time, your child is capable enough to join a particular academy if it's related to sports, it's related to dance, it's related to any cultural activity, it is related to any other thinking, whether if we talked about coding classes or learning some instrument, any hobby classes when we talk about. So at the co-curricular level, these hobby classes can be adapted by children, and they can further take it on in their lives as particular hobby class, wherein apart from what they are deciding in their careers, they can also take this step by step along with it. So I hope my points would be helpful for you to plan the summer vacation for your children in an effective and friendly way. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy these vacations. Till then, bye bye.